Tim Chappie here. Thank you for tuning in. And today's topic is going to be about vacation and traveling, especially while you are in the middle of a training block or just being a runner. So the first and most important thing to do, and I'm going to focus mainly on vacations. If you're traveling for work, it's a little bit different scenario. So I'm talking about vacation, and that is be on vacation. All right. Why am I bringing this up? Why is this topic for today? Is because I'm about to go on vacation. I'm leaving today to London for a few days. We're going to take a train over to Paris, and then we're going to catch a cruise, and we're going to go to Ireland, Scotland, and I'm super excited. I'm going with obviously my family, and that's the most important thing, is that you are going on vacation to have a good time with your family. So that should always be your priority. I'm speaking from someone from experience who did not prioritize that in the past. I used to always need to be somewhere with a gym, know a running route, or things like that, and I would obsess over it. I would want to leave doing these crazy things early so I can come back and do a run. I would want to not walk as much so I can do a run. I've learned my lesson, and I've learned life is not about running. There's so much more to it. So hopefully this video will help you not make some of the same mistakes I have done before. So as I said, lesson one is be on vacation. That's the most important thing when you're going, especially with your family, because as a runner, you know that a lot of times you're not very present. It is probably the most selfish sport. You mostly do it alone. You have to go out. You go out for early hours, late hours. You eat differently. You train differently. So a lot of it comes down to focusing on you. So when you're on vacation, be with your family. That's always a priority. All right, that's number one. Number two, so now if you really want to keep some running going, which I do because my race season is coming up, how do you go about it? How do you pack for it? How do you do the right thing? And so here are some tips. First one, well, I guess this is tip number two, since I said be on vacation is tip number one. Tip number two is obviously know where you're staying. If you're going somewhere that is going to be open country, like beautiful areas, then go outside running. For me personally, I had some of my best experiences on vacation when I would get up early and go for runs. I will never forget my honeymoon in Maui. I would wake up early and go for a run along the beach and like all these pathways, and then the sun would be coming up, and it was just gorgeous. It was like perfect serenity. I absolutely loved it. I'd be back at the hotel before my wife was up, and then we'd have our day. So it was a fantastic time. All right, so if you're in that area, really enjoy it. Enjoy those beach runs. Maybe not on the sand. I'm not good with that. Some people are. I can't handle that. Right. So if not, maybe you're going to a city. Maybe you're going somewhere really busy. Now, sometimes that could be really good. Sometimes that could be really bad. So here's a good experience and here's a bad experience. A good experience is, let's see, where was I? I was in, where was? Oh yeah, duh. I was in Spain, and I really enjoyed a nice run, and it was absolutely beautiful. I got to see the city before all these other people were out and about. So you get to really see some things that without the crowd. So being in London, I'm definitely going to be waking up early to do some runs and check that out. And so that is going to be fun. Now, some bad experiences happen. Let's just say I was in New York City. Woke up for an early run. I got turned around a little bit, and I ended up in a few alleyways I should not have. I met some interesting people. hmm I got offered to buy some things. Um, I did not. Thankfully, I did not have any credit cards or money on me, so some people were not interested at all. That being said, be safe on your running. Never run without your phone. Um, Maybe have a credit card in case something happens. Maybe you need a taxi to pick you up, some things like that. So you do want to make sure that if you're running, you are in contact with people in case anything does happen. Right? So you have a good city running and bad city running. Just be smart about it. Right? So maybe, like me, you're going on a cruise ship or you're somewhere where you don't really have runnings. So look for a hotel that has a nice gym or a gym in general or a gym in the facility. Something not to go too far, something that's not out of the way. Again, don't want to make this extra time or extra trips to go to the gym, taking away from family time. You want it to be super easy. So myself, I'm always a fan of a gym that has a 24-hour fitness center. That way I can wake up early and get my workouts done while my family is still sleeping. When I come back, they're up and we're ready to go. And maybe even in the evening when we're tucking in for bed, I can go and do a double workout. Now, on a cruise ship, most cruise ships I've been on have really nice gyms. Sometimes they get a little overcrowded, and you see some really weird people in a cruise gym, like people from different nationalities who do things very differently. Don't work out without a shirt on, especially if you're a sweaty person. Like, dude, if you want to run without a shirt, fantastic. I wish I had a really good build that I could just rip my shirt off at any time I wanted to, but I don't. I have a runner's build, and like you're laying on equipment, you're leaving sweat marks. Oh, and they don't wipe it off. Oh. Anyway, so you want to have access to somewhere to run, if it's treadmill or something like that, which is always nice. So that is something you want to look into. It does matter to me that there's the gym, so I do try to make sure, and my wife is okay with that. She accommodates that and tries to make sure that there is somewhere I can go and work out. All right. Next one is what is the weather going to be like? All right. That goes a lot into your packing. Is it going to be super cold? So you want to pack some like kind of like sweatshirts, like more tights, underlayings, different things like that to keep you warmer. Or is it going to be warm? I prefer warm vacations. However, my wife has gotten into Alaska and going cold places, so that is kind of troublesome for me and my running. So I usually make sure there's a gym. But if you don't have that choice and you need to run outside, make sure you pack warmly. Um, Pack for warm weather or pack to be cool, depending on the temperature and things you're going around. All right, another tip is we're getting to the big stuff is the type of shoe you want to bring on your travels. Now, if you're going to go somewhere, Costa Rica, Arizona, I don't know, Colorado, and you're going to be running trails, obviously you want a trail shoe. If you are just doing easy casual running, then just, you can look for a shoe that you can do both. You can walk in it, you can run in it. So that if you're doing more serious training, then maybe, like me, you might need more than one pair. And that's what we're going to get into right now, is choosing the right shoe to take on your vacation. All right. One of my favorite movies is Toy Story. I absolutely love that movie. Um, in fact, the first three are like some of the best trilogy ever. All right, like I will put that up with the original Star Wars, not the Disney Star Wars, the original Star Wars. The first three Toy Stories were absolutely perfect. For why five, I just saw with my son. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. Um, Not a fan. Not a fan. But anyway, one thing I always remember in the first movie was when the mom says to Andy, "You can bring one toy." First of all, bad parenting. Let me tell you why. They're action figures. It's not a stuffed animal. You need two. You need one to play with the other. Like that. That was crazy. That was crazy that he only had to choose one. And honestly, it's her fault this whole problem happened, because if she would have let him bring two, everything would have been fine. Simple as that. Plot, movie done. However, she said choose one. And so a lot of times you are faced with, especially like people like me, who have plenty of running shoes, to choose just one, or in my case, two, but one running shoe. So how do you decide? What do you need? So here are some shoes that I am deciding between. All right. So the first one, I have the Hoka Skyward X2. Why is this shoe good? Is because this is a really good shoe that I've put plenty of miles in. I know it fits well. I'm really comfortable, so this can keep up my mileage really well. However, is it a really good walking around shoe? Sure, it could be. It's a little bit too high for me, so probably not going to be my first choice. However, this is a very one-dimensional shoe, giving me not a lot of other opportunities. So if I'm working out in the gym and I'm doing treadmill intervals or something like that, this is not the shoe for that. Also, I want to keep in mind that I will be doing some weights. If you're on vacation and you can't run as much, this is a fantastic time to do some cross training, get some more weights in, different activities like that. Uh, so this shoe for me is out. All right, so narrowing it down, next shoe I'm gonna look at is the Hyper Boost Pro. Now, this is a really good option for your traveling. Why? Is one, because I really think it's a good looking shoe. I love this color blue, the all white, the all black. There's a lot of different colors in this shoe that would look really good, and it's an easy to shoe. You can put plenty of miles on it, and you can do long and short runs. So this is a fantastic travel shoe. It's going to give you a bit of everything. Now, why am I not choosing this one shoe? And that is a simple reason is because of I try to keep them clean, but if you see a little bit right there at the top, you see some red, that is my blood. Lovely, right? This upper has caused me trouble more than once. So if I'm doing a long run in this shoe, I'm going to start worrying about that. And the last thing I want on a trip where I'm going to be walking a lot is torn up, bloody feet. So great shoe if you can get along with the upper. It would be my top choice if so, but however, the upper does not like me, so no, going out. All right, next is the Topo Spectre 3, my top shoe of the year so far, or at least one of my top picks. This shoe is incredible. Can I do a longer, steadier runs in it? Yes, I can. Can I pick up the speed and do some intervals in it? Yes, I can. This can do everything I want, but two things hold it back. Number one, I talked about before. If you're just standing in this shoe, it's kind of awkward because it really wants you to land up here, so you kind of get like a sunk back feeling because your forefoot's like higher, but when you get on it and get pushing, it feels fantastic running. It's not the best to walk around in, so it's a limited shoe. I only get one use out of it, and especially if I'm doing anything extra in the gym. You never should lift in your running shoes, but sometimes you don't have a choice. This would not be a very stable shoe to do. I would not like this. This shoe for me is strictly a running shoe, which is what it was designed for, and it's perfect for it. But everything else, I would stay away. So as much as I love this shoe, it is out. Coming down to the wire now, we are coming down to two shoes, and that is the On Cloud Monster 3 Hyper and the Adidas Evo SL XO. XO SL? The XO version of the SL. All right, so the On Cloud Monster 3 Hyper is my other top shoe of the year. I put so many miles in this shoe, and it just keeps chugging along. Not only does it keep chugging along, it keeps getting better because of the way the foam is designed. Every time you run into it, it gets softer and softer. And personally, I think it's a good-looking shoe. I really like the way it looks. I mean, you can get like the white colorway or the gray colorway, and or the black one. It will match more things. But I really like the color of this shoe. I like the design of it. The upper is one of my favorites. I do plenty of long runs in them. It does have the ability to pick up the pace, so this would be a great choice. But for one small problem, even though this foam is softening up all the time, it is a bit firm for me. I'm like a little bit softer firm. I like softer firm. That doesn't make sense. I like a softer foam. So the idea of running on this shoe for 2 weeks without anything else gives me kind of a mixed feeling, especially because my left foot has been bothering me. So that is probably going to eliminate this beautiful shoe that would have been my top choice any other time because of this injury. The idea of 2 weeks with this one shoe, I do not like the sound of that. So going away. That leaves me with the Adidas Evo SL XO. Now, I just picked up this shoe because I was afraid of this shoe. The reason why is because I got the original Evo SL when it came out and I did a 5 mile run. That's not a lot, 5 miles. And this shoe destroyed my feet, absolutely crushed it. Like I like it was white and like the whole shoe was red afterwards. So I swore I would never wear these again. But one of my friends just got this shoe, and I just couldn't help it. It's such a good looking shoe, and this is going to be a lifestyle shoe for me. If anything else, it's going to be super comfortable. And I tried it on, and the fit is so much better. I don't think I'm going to have that problem again. But again, you're on vacation, so you want to be cautious. So I got this shoe, and this shoe is going with me. This is going to be my daily walking around shoe and my shoe for when I'm doing lifts and things like that. It's because it's aggressive, it's relatively flatter, and it could do a lot of different things. This can get me plenty of miles. This can give me a speed workout, and I will be absolutely excited about that. So this is my top choice to travel with right now. But however, as an obsessive runner and someone who likes to plan ahead, I got another shoe to go traveling with. So I'm bringing two pairs of running shoes. Um, and the second pair I got is the Asics Superblast 3. So why that one? That shoe. That shoe is what I call a true shoe rotation buster. That shoe can do everything. You can do long runs in it and you'd be super protected, super comfortable. You can pick up the speed in it and you would still feel soft, rebounding. And right now, that's what my foot needs. That's the type of shoe I want to be in. It's light, so it's not too bad throwing that in my suitcase. So I have two great shoes. I have my Superblast 3 for my longer runs or workouts, and then I have the Evo SLXO for my shorter runs and my daily wear. So I'm really happy with my choices. I'm expecting to have some fantastic workouts. And again, but the most important thing is that I'm having a good time with my family. So that's always the most important thing. Hopefully this video helped you make some choices of your own when you go on vacation. And remember, always, family comes first, running comes second, or maybe not second, I don't know. I hope there's more things between family and running. Like there should be. For me, not too much. I love running. Running's like a really big part of me. It's part of my identity, which is not the healthiest thing. I know that, but here we are. All right. So if you're going somewhere, if you're off somewhere, if you have been somewhere, I hope you had a great training session. I hope you were able to get anything in, and you're able to balance things appropriately. All right. So as always, be bold, be fast, be you. Thank you for watching.